Hey folks, Nitno here. Today is another joyous day, another fresh wipe and escape from Tarkov. The goal of this video is to show you exactly how to get rich at the beginning of the wipe. We'll be taking a different approach than most regular players. Instead of questing, I'm going to be suggesting to start farming right away. The money you make is just too good to pass up. The strategy here is to farm the materials that players are going to need for questing and also the hideout. The entire player base will be trying to purchase these items. My strategy is just to be the guy selling all these items to the people that need them. Then I can go back and do those quests that I put off. To put it simply, day 1, run these routes, get to level 10 while doing so, and keep grinding till the peak has settled. With enough dedication, you can set yourself up with enough money for months to come. I'm going to show you the 3 maps that I rotate between, that way it doesn't get too stale. Firstly, I'll show you Interchange, and then we will move on to Reserve, and then lastly, we'll be going over to Shoreline. Let's start off with Interchange. I suggest to always have 3k rubles on you, that way you can use the power station extract. That's the one that sometimes has the SUV there. It's just a chance to be there, but if it's open, you can take it, easy extract. Alright, we are over near Emacom extract. We're going to go in the back here. And basically the whole play here is just to go across the back and pick up all of the loot that's good for the hideout. So check all of the shelves, and we're going to just be going around this whole area. Make sure to keep an eye out for toolboxes and other things that would contain hideout materials. Inside here, make sure to keep your eye out for car batteries. You could go into Ollie. I usually skip that and I stick to the back rooms. The trick here is you don't want to get a run through. As long as the run is 10 minutes, then you won't get a run through. Try to keep that in mind. Also, if you do kill a couple scavs, that'll also add to your XP and you won't get a run through. Now on the left here, this room, there are some weapon crates in there and also ammo boxes, grenade cases, things like that. Feel free to check it. I'm going to stick here to the walls, look for those toolboxes and loose loot. All this stuff adds up. It's all about getting in and getting out and requeuing. Now on the right here, that's another exit. You can head down there and that will bring you to the hole in the fence extract. That's the one you can't use your backpack for. So if you got enough items in your tac rig and you feel like you're not going to get a run through, you can just exit out there and requeue. I'm going to go along, keep looting these shelves, fill up those bags, and then I'm going to go in this side entrance here. Once again, same deal. Just keep picking away at those shelves, all that loose loot. We're going to make our way all the way down to the power station, and that's where we're going to end our run. They're going to take it right there, and now we're heading down towards the power station. Before we get there though, head over to these huts, these little metal shacks. There is a weapon box in there, and then other toolboxes as well. Now when we head inside the power station, go ahead and loot all of the jackets. There is a chance for keys in there. In this cabinet, there's a chance for a key. Keep your eye out for fuel conditioners. They'll spawn next to the generators. In this back door, there can be electronic loot, such as this gas analyzer. That you need that for a quest, so do other people. Now head over to the SUV if it's there. Go ahead and use that 3k. Exit and you're done. Alright, this is a run that I do, and it's kind of surprising. You wouldn't think you'd make a lot of money off it, but at the beginning of the wipe, medical items are going for a good price. It all adds up. Let's head inside, and then we're going to be going upstairs right away. I personally like to just start from the top, then go all the way down. Head into this room here, then check the shelves and also check the floor. Sometimes in these pile of trash, you'll find items. This room usually doesn't have much, worth a look though. Here is the first locked room, the RB SMP key. You don't need keys to do this run, but it will increase your profit. So if you like this run, consider getting the key. Right there, ophthalmoscope, check the ground, medical supplies. Alright, you're probably getting the idea now. I'm going to speed things up, get through this run. Keep checking these rooms, and keep in mind, something like an IFAK, that's actually going to be pretty valuable at the beginning of the wipe, so don't skip it. This is the KSM key. It's not going to be that great. I wouldn't spend a lot of money on it. It's just another room to loot. If you really like doing this route to farm, then it might be worth getting the key. Otherwise, not worth spending a lot of money on it. There are some weapon parts upstairs, and then go through this hole in the wall. There's that weapon crate. Now we're going to head back down. Check all these rooms along the hallway. Same deal, medical supplies. You're getting the idea now. This run, it's not too complicated. Oh, there's a blood set. Those are excellent at the beginning. They all add up. There's a key right there that can spawn. Good money on that key actually. Another medical supply room. Pretty good sometimes. Check that orange crate. There can be some nice things like morphine in there. There can be an intel spawn right there. Check that table for sure. Then after you clear out this downstairs, we're pretty much done with this. A little bit more. Some more weapon crates here. Might as well check everything. Some ammo in this room. And some more hideout loot. Once you're done, we're going to head out. You could loot this tech building on the left here. I'm going to skip it. It's usually pretty dangerous. If you want to risk it, it can be good loot, but it's usually picked clean right away. And I'm just going to head to the sewer extract. I actually would suggest not wearing a backpack for this. I have one on. Just throw it off. Go ahead, extract, get out of there. Alright, so lastly on Shoreline, we're going to head over to the village. One of the nice things about this is it's not usually picked apart. Usually people come through here at the very beginning and then they head out, so it's not too bad. If you can get an area where you're all alone and you can just loot this whole place, it's really pretty good for that hideout loot, things like that. So basically what I'm going to be doing is going through all the houses, all the sheds, looking for toolboxes, those wooden crates that you'll find, and also jackets. Jackets are going to have a chance for key spawns, and that can really help you out in the long run. It's pretty RNG what key you're going to get. It just picks through a random loot table, but there are some pretty good keys in that loot table, and they can really help you out, and they can also go for a good price. So that's one of the many reasons I wouldn't sleep on this run. It's actually pretty good. And beginning of the wipe, a lot of people will be in customs. Not that many people will be over on Shoreline. I'm talking the first couple days to a week. Quickly, people will be progressing in their quests and they'll be moving on to Shoreline. There are a couple hidden caches right there. Check out those caches for sure. Move along and we're going to be checking all these houses. Check every jacket. You don't want to leave any jacket unturned. If you do find some items that you'd rather hold on to, this is actually a good place for that as well. Some of those cigarettes that you'll find, like Winston's, things like that, they're pretty rare in the long run. So if you want to hold on to some of those, that could help you out in the long run as well. Sometimes it can be a little hit or miss where you spawn for these runs. I actually prefer to spawn over on the custom extract side. So that's the complete other side of the map than this. I prefer that because it's kind of nice to make your way all the way here. Things have kind of settled down. And then you can use the tunnel, wrecked road extract, and that's just a lot easier. On the flip side, if you do spawn in this area and you spawn on this side of the map, you do get first pick of the loot. But then unfortunately, you've got to make it all the way back to extract and you're sweating it. You got all this expensive stuff on you and you could get one tap from a scav. So it's a trade-off. I personally prefer to spawn on the other side of the map and then walk my way here. Now I am showing you these at daytime. I would prefer doing it at nighttime. It's just a little bit safer. And usually you don't run into that many people at nighttime. And if you do, sometimes they just run right by you because they can't even see you that well. There's a little Easter egg in this house right here. Pop this open. Oh, it's on the roof. There's quite a few little Easter eggs in this game. It's kind of fun to look at. Here we go, another jacket there. It's really the name of the game. Jackets, toolboxes, medical supplies, loose loot. Just keep going, keep looking for all those things. You'll fill up your bags in no time. Just like our other runs, it's all about filling your bags. Just about every item here has a value right now. Early on in the wipe, if you're watching this months into the wipe, it's probably not going to be as effective. It might be okay, but this is all about that early game, early wipe, filling up those bags, dumping it all in the flea market, requeuing, doing it all over again. Another thing to keep in mind, even if say you do make it here safely and it's kind of late in the game, some people do come through here on their way to extract. It's not out of the ordinary to be late game and have someone walk up to you as they're going to extract and see you and pop you. Just keep that in mind. There is this small house out here. I always like to check it. It actually seems to always have good loot, such as hoses and gasoline right here. Don't sleep on this house. It's pretty good. It's worth that little extra trek out to the swamp. So that's going to wrap this one up. On the side, rock passage, head that way. Or if you spawned on the other side of the map, we're going to head over to the tunnel, wrecked road extract. Hopefully you made it safely, and then you can requeue. And the reason I did these 3 maps is I rotate through these 3. Sometimes I get bored of one map or I get an unlucky spell. Try a different map, keep it fresh, keep cycling through. So these 3 runs should give you some ideas. There's so many good ways to make money in Tarkov, but this is what I have found to work excellent at the early game. You get some XP while you do it, and the profit is excellent. Sometimes you need a break from that crazy rush of quests, everyone going for that pocket watch. Sometimes you just want to do something fresh, something different. This is a good way to do that. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. As always, have fun Tarkov. Take it easy. Peace.